Good afternoon guys and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another, not session with a Guinness, but another talking balls. So,
I like Guinness.
I don't mind a Guinness, we might have one after.
Hop house, Guinness.
Laura has picked these up, so the camera woman, Mrs. Robinson, has picked these up for €12.
Yeah, 11-ish quid, depending on the time that you're watching this video.
Yeah, and so far they are claiming to be a premium ball. 3 premium golf balls that really looks like you get some Ferrero Rochers in there, to be honest. That'd be probably a better option.
It probably would be, so they'd probably go further.
Probably. So you all seen on James's channel the data with the driver shows that it's not really flying as far as we'd expect. For a premium ball, it's a 2-piece ball. We kind of know that the more pieces, it seems to be the better ball.
Yeah.
Cover ionomer, again, not
firm ionomer, not just ionomer.
Firm, so not what you'd expect from any premium ball. If you've got a premium ball that says firm, let us know.
But then it also says it has a soft core, which, so bearing in mind, this is a Pro V1, right, and look how that just kind of pops up, you can hear it, it clicks nicely, yeah? This one, I'm giving that the same effort, so how can that ball, it's almost like we've played a few holes with it, it's died inside.
It's dead inside, it's dead inside that ball. Right, but what we're going to do, we're going to test that against a premium ball, so we're going to play 3 different shots around the green, one with a Guinness ball, one with a premium ball, and start to see. We're going to try and play the same exact shot, so the same flight that we name, and then we're going to see which one comes out as the winner overall. So Guinness up first. We've got 80 yards to the flag here, so I'm going to try and fly this relatively low, but with the cover we might see that it pops a little bit higher. Well, it certainly has popped higher.
That's actually going to do really well, isn't it?
So pretty close, landed nice and soft, but we saw that, well, I saw that it did run out a little bit, which is what we saw in James's video. Now if I switch and go to the Pro V, try and play the same shot, a lower flight, let's see if we get that. Much lower. So launched a lot lower, that's landed.
Stopped on a dime.
And it stopped straight away, and that's what you'd expect to see. So we've seen it stop, we've seen what a premium ball does. That's very much not what the 3 premium Guinness balls seem to be doing.
Get inside this and it's game over for the match, but in the interest of scientific testing, this is the Guinness.
So good flight, is that with a 50?
I've absolutely ripped that one, Chris.
So ripped it, but it has again ran on, probably the similar distance to my Guinness shot.
I can't strike that any better. That was the exact shot I wanted. See how much lower this Pro V1 comes out. Look at that.
And again, straight away launches lower, looks like to have a lot more spin. And for James, there, exact same swing, but that's come off a lot faster.
Yeah, that's gone 10 yards further with the same swing, which is why when me and Chris say use the same golf ball and use a consistent golf ball, we mean it. We don't just mean, oh, go and buy a 2-piece ball, because this 2-piece ball might be considerably worse than the other 2-piece ball you've been using. Exactly,
so thinking about golf ball, thinking about your price point, you want to be using something consistent. So whether
price point doesn't always help though, because these were expensive. Obviously it's the Guinness factory, so they're not going to be cheap, but people might think, someone might so say if your son or daughter plays golf and you know what, they play golf at the Guinness factory, on a hen do, a stag do, whatever it is, I'll buy them these, they might use them. Young Freddie goes out on the first tee and his driver goes 210 yards and he goes, well, what's all this about? It's an expensive ball.
Young Freddie. But yes, but you might also see that in the shop. So again, in the shop you might see some logo golf balls, which often aren't the most premium golf balls. So they might be a Warbird, they might be something they're saying that logo balls, but they've taken off the writing.
Still better than this.
Still better than this ball, but it's something to watch out for when you're getting them. If it does say premium when you're away, when you're playing abroad, most of the time for us in Europe, they're going to have a logo ball, that's not necessarily something you want to be using.
Yeah, the interesting thing is when companies put premium or tour or pro, they don't have to prove any of these words. It's just pure marketing. So although if Laura shows you here, we have hit 3 out of 4 really good shots, and I felt like I just got caught out maybe with the premium ball because I was trying to hit the same shot. We've played all right, haven't we?
Yeah, and we saw the first 2 balls landed probably on the first couple of yards, whereas the other 2 have pitched and stopped where they pretty much went. So the premium ball does have more control.
However, the closest ball is mine with the Guinness factory ball. I'll tell you what, I'm on fire with them.
Right, so you're going premium first?
I'm going to go premium first. We've got a burnt pan lie, so I'd probably try and generate a little bit of spin here, not too much, 60 degree. struck that really well, and that's actually spun too much.
Yeah, so checked a lot on that second bounce. So landed where you pretty much said, but then it's got a little bit too much grab.
Same shot with the Guinness.
Again, straight away popped up a little bit higher. I mean, it has worked.
It has worked. Again, that's the closest one for me. Should I be using this golf ball? Chris, you're going to go a bit more unconventional.
3 wood, so a little bit different. You could use obviously a pitching wedge here or an 8-iron, but we're going to start to see how we can judge it better with the premium ball potentially, because we know how it's going to come off the face. So just get that running.
Yeah, nice.
Again, they're very easy. It feels very soft off the face. It hasn't rocketed off. With this one, I did use this on James's channel, this kind of shot. But with the Guinness ball now...
See, and that's almost like how I feel when I try and tap it up. It just has no get up and go about it at all.
No, didn't. It did take a little bit of a bobble, but came off a lot slower, so we're not able to then judge
Yours
the
is even worse.
We don't want to feel like we try and hit it any harder, because then it could go a long way past. So it's having a ball that you are consistent with. You know how it's going to come off, but like James said before, not every 2-piece ball is the same. The same as not every 3-piece ball is the same. So it's making sure we find some consistency. Right, to the trap. Right, okay, so premium up first again. So a longer bunker shot. This is where we want to see some kind of control on these kind of shots. Plenty of sand in this bunker. So nice and positive. Again, popped up a little bit. So Guinness ball now. It's going to probably run out a little bit more.
Face full of sand. It has, you've got closer.
Got closer, but you see that it ran out a lot more. Similar contacts, came out a bit more fiery, and then ran on probably 3 or 4 yards instead of 1 or 2.
See, I'm going to say here, if you get used to that, it's probably not a bad thing, but generally it's not how you want a golf ball to react, is it? This is a premium, this is a Pro V1.
Oh, very similar.
Sand in the face, I was expecting that after what you've seen, right. How much higher has that come out as well?
And then you see that landed soft but still ran out 2 or 3 yards.
Is that landing angle more than spin?
Yeah, that's going to be a more landing angle that stops it than spin, whereas with the Pro V we might generate a little bit more spin. But guys, watch out when you're buying golf balls. Obviously this is saying that it's a premium ball. It doesn't always do what it says on the tin. So this is an ionomer cover, it's a 2-piece ball. When you go and play abroad, when you're buying any kind of logo balls, check what ball it is. You don't want to go on the first tee and it be a pebble, or you don't want it to be a ball that doesn't go anywhere near as far as you think. Because if there's water on that hole, then it's not going to be a good start.
No, the one thing I'd say here is be very careful, because there's lots of balls we've tested here on Talking Balls that I could use, I could enjoy, and it wouldn't affect my performance that much. I know I played well on my channel, I was 2 under through 3, that was more just luck, probably more than anything. It wasn't judgment for the ball, and I couldn't enjoy using this golf ball. You've seen when I tried to hit it up, it's dead on the face.
Yeah, and that's it. So keep an eye out for those. If you can, test the balls, ask what golf ball you are purchasing before you get it, because you don't want to go out there, not perform well, and it not be your fault with the ball's fault. So
2 under through 3, let's come in, another win.
Every dog has its day. Right guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again later in the week.